Hello and welcome to Contemporary Math for Aiken Technical College. And in this section, we'll go through the course as it relates to course compass and XYZ. And by the end of this video, you should be able to navigate through the course and you'll also be able to get started with your assignments. First, we'll take a look at Blackboard. And before we begin, I just want to let you know that grades and the homework assignments are not posted in Blackboard. All of those things you will find in XYZ homework. We simply use Blackboard as a course shell, as an entry point to enter into your XYZ homework, and which we'll talk about shortly. So what we'll do in Blackboard is we'll take a look at the tabs that are on the left-hand side, and then we'll take a look at XYZ homework. So the very first page you're going to come to is the announcements page. And on this announcements page, I will post such things, test reminders, and things that are pertinent to the course. The very first announcement you're going to see is this welcome announcement, and it has the course ID for your specific XYZ course. Next, we'll take a look at the instructor tab. And in the instructor tab, we have my information. I am your instructor, Professor Diallo Cummings. My work phone number is 803-508-7466. My office is located in room 752. And my office hours are Monday, 11 to 1 p.m., Tuesday and Thursday from 10 p.m. to 1 p.m., and on Thursday and Friday, I'm off campus telecommuting. Next, we'll take a look at the syllabus tab. And here again, all of these documents are printable once you log into your Blackboard account. And this is Math 155. It's a 3-credit hour course. The prerequisite for the course is Math 101 is beginning algebra. However, there is an algebra component to this particular course, as we'll see shortly. Here we have a course ID. Here we have a course description. And in this course, we'll take a look at the following things. We'll look at the properties and operations of real numbers. We will have some elementary algebra. We'll look at consumer math, applied geometry, which includes measurement, graph sketching, and interpretations. There also is a descriptive statistics component to the course. The course materials are an XYZ access code at the time of this recording. This is a syllabus from a prior semester, and we no longer are using MathLab. We're using XYZ homework. The XYZ homework codes can be purchased in the bookstore or online through the XYZ homework. You will also be required to use a scientific calculator. Now we have a standard calculator, and there's also a scientific calculator. A scientific calculator will have the sine, cosine, and tangent functions that you're going to use in the course. There is also a calculator that's built into your Windows component, and it too has a scientific calculator. All right, so if I click on the hamburger menu bar, notice we have standard, and for the standard calculator, we don't have the trig functions of sine, cosine, and tangent. However, if I convert it to scientific, okay, now I see these trig functions. So you can opt to buy a calculator, or you can use the calculator that's built within your computer. Next, we have course learning outcomes. And I won't read through these things in their entirety, but we have course learning outcomes. We have a critical thinking definition. We have a critical thinking student learning outcomes. Now, you won't actually be tested or quizzed on these things, but these are part of our QEP, our Quality Enhancement Program, and it's also a part of our culture here at Aiken Technical College. We have a standard attendance policy, and it states that you must attend at least 80% of the courses. As far as this online component is concerned, I would really stress that you log into the course at least twice a week. 3 weeks without any active participation could result in a withdrawal from the course. We have an academic dishonesty policy, and also there's an academic integrity pledge. There's also a place for you to sign and date, but you don't physically sign and date and hand this document to me. By you registering for the course, you acknowledge all of the policies, procedures, and pledges contained within this document. So please familiarize yourself with the syllabus. Next, we'll take a look at the addendum tab. And an addendum gives the expectations of you as a student in the course. It also gives you the calculation for your final grade in the course. So here again, I'm your instructor. This is my information once again. The required materials are an XYZ access code and a scientific calculator. And then we have the grading policy. And the grading policies consist of 4 categories. There's homework, which is 20%. The homework is open all semester long. I encourage you to work ahead if possible, but whenever you have trouble, you should immediately get some help from either myself or the Academic Success Center. I do have a separate tab, which we'll see shortly, about the Academic Success Center and their hours. The quizzes act as study guides for the test. Before you take the test, I would strongly advise that you take the quiz. The quizzes act as study guides for the test. There is only one attempt at the quiz, but each question on the quiz has a max amount of 3 attempts. Okay, so you can attempt each question at least 3 times, but you can only attempt the quiz itself once. The tests are worth 25% of the final grade, and we'll take a look at the test and those test due dates in XYZ homework. But the tests themselves are worth 25%. And lastly, we have final exam. And the final exam is worth 30% of the final grade. However, there are no final exam exemptions. Everyone must take the final exam. And lastly, we have the grading scale, which is a regular 10-point grading scale. Okay, next we'll take a look at the tutoring link. And in this tutoring link, we can find some information about tutoring. And here are the tutors that are in our tutoring center. And here are the hours. And they also have online hours as well. So if you have any questions about the tutoring center, they take walk-ins as well as an appointment. You can call, email, or either call them at the information listed below. And next we'll take a look at XYZ homework. And if you're new to XYZ homework, you'll simply sign up as a student. Okay, you put in the given information. And once you put in the given information, it will ask for a course ID code, and it will also give you a 15-day free access. So if you don't actually have your access code initially, you'll have 15 days, and then after the 15-day trial is over with, then you'll be given the opportunity to either enter your access code or purchase one online. So once you purchase that code online, your course is going to look as such. So we're going to take a look at the tabs on the left-hand side, and we'll also take a look at how you can access your assignments. So the very first tab we see is the messages tab. And in this messages tab, you can send emails to myself and to anyone in the course. We have a forums tab, and I don't use forums or discussion boards for this course. We have a calendar tab, and on the calendar tab, we have everything laid out. On the calendar tab, you're going to find the video lectures for each section, and you're also going to find a link for the test. Now, as far as the homework is concerned, we'll take a look at the homework. They're actually located in the drop-down menu. We have a course map, and this course map gives us the course in an outline view. So notice in this outline view, we have the module itself with the dates, and these dates are for pacing reasons. And we have the homework assignments, which can be accessed here. We have the quiz and also the test, and that's in the course map view. There's also a gradebook tab, and I would take the gradebook tab with a grain of salt. You're actually going to realize when you once begin the course that your grade is going to fluctuate up and down because the system grades you on only what you've attempted to do. So the grade book is not truly accurate until you have attempted and completed all of the assignments in the course. And then for this last block of tabs, we have just some basic information, how to log out, how to use XYZ, and how to enter homework problems, okay, which we're going to take a look at. As far as the drop-down menus are concerned, here is where we can find the homework assignments. You'll notice that we have 3 links up top. We have the very first link, which is the Math 155 syllabus, which is that same syllabus that was in Blackboard. We have an ebook link in case you want to access the ebook. So we don't have physical textbooks, but we do have an ebook that's built within XYZ homework. And they also have a guide on how to enter your answers. So here's the layout for the course. There are 5 modules. Each module has homework assignments, quizzes, and then there's a test. We have a final exam review, and we have the final exam. Okay, so notice we also have the dates. So I'm going to click into this module 1, and this is what module 1 looks like. There are a total of 4 sections. There's a quiz, and then there's a test that's due by January the 24th. So taking a look at this first block, we have module 1.1. And if I were to actually click on this first link, here is where I can access the homework problems. So notice here there are a total of 15 possible points. So that means that there are 15 questions. We have in this first group of bullet points, we have lectures, video lectures. Some of the video lectures there are mixed. They're the lectures from me personally, and there are also some lectures from the book. You may find some additional items like formula sheets, anything that will be needed to complete that particular section. You will also find some videos for certain problems. Okay, now these video solutions are actually problems from previous courses, or from previous classes, and they're the problems that students were having the most trouble with. So here I have a video for problem number 15. So in order to access the homework problem, I'm going to click on resume. Okay, and here's the very first problem. So I can, even though I got it right, I can actually get a similar question. Right, it says make the following conversion. We want to convert 3 feet to inches. So 3 feet would be 36 inches. All right, I can go to the next question. All right, I can go to the next question. Let's just say if I were to miss a question. So I'm going to get a similar question. 2, we want to convert 2 yards to feet. So I'm going to say 2 yards is 3 feet. Notice I got that incorrect. I have the option to go to the next question, and then I also have the option to get a similar question. There's also a link for a video similar to this problem, and then there's a link for an email message to myself. So I can get a similar question, right? So it just so happens that it gave me the same question, and 2 yards is equal to 6 feet. Right, so once you have completed all of the homework assignments, for that section, you complete the next section worth of homework assignments. So here again on this view, we have the class lessons with the videos. We have a couple of solutions that were posted. We have the next section 1.3, the next section 1.4, then there's a quiz, and then there's a test. And the test date for Module 1 is January the 24th. Any test taken after this date will incur a 10% penalty. So we have the similar layout for the rest of the modules in the course. Going back and taking a look at the calendar view, notice in the calendar view, we have the lecture, the video lectures, as well as a link for the exams. So if I were to click on this lecture module 1.1, which is link, okay, it gives me another window that actually gives me the link for the video. So in order to watch this video, I can watch it here with this link. If I wanted to watch the video lecture for 1.2, I would simply click 1.2 in the calendar view, and I can actually access that video here. The same thing is true for the exams, right? If I wanted to take the Module 1 exam, I could either find that link here in the calendar view, or I can find it in the Module 1.1 section. All right, so that completes this section. If you have any questions about anything in the course, just give me a call or an email. Thanks for watching.